Here at the Rendezvous with French Cinema, I met up with the filmmakers behind the Caesar-winning Angèle and Tony. Writer-director Alix Delaporte and leading lady Clotilde Hesme joined me ahead of the film's UK release. Welcome, Alix, to the Rendezvous with French Cinema. And firstly, I'd like to congratulate you on your film winning 2 Caesar Awards recently and being nominated for a 3rd. So obviously, the reaction in your native France was very positive. Why do you think that it struck such a chord with critics, and do you think it will have the same chance of doing it over here in the UK?
I don't know, I hope so. I think it's very sincere. The movie is very sincere. I don't know, I can only say that I've been traveling with the movie for, in about 30 countries, because it's been bought in many countries. It's been released in many countries, and each time I had presentation with the public, I could see that people at the end of the movie, they were really moved and touched and very often crying, but with joy. It's not sad, it's just crying with joy or tears. So I can only notice that people seems to be, moved by the movie. So I don't know how I just did the movie according to my own emotions, so sometimes it's very surprising when you discover that the other people are moved too.
At one point in the film, Tony's mother asks, is Angèle your girlfriend? To which he says, what does it matter? And his mother says that it changes things where you're at in life. And this line, just for some reason, it seemed to have a certain resonance, like it was pointing to... Is this something that points to one of the major themes of the film?
I don't know. I just remember just this scene. It was really easy to shoot, It was one of the easiest scenes to shoot, and the dialogues sounded so natural, I remember, because this was important during the shooting. This sequence was really, the words sound so natural. I don't know what it's related to, because when I write, I don't want to think too much about what I write. I want to try to keep on being spontaneous about what I do. So I try not to think too much about why and what does he make and what was the inspiration of these. I just want people to feel the emotions and to travel with the movie, with the characters, and I don't want them to do an intellectual trip, but a physical trip, So I don't think too much. I just say, okay, go and see the movie, and I hope you will feel close to the characters, whatever they say. Or
well, I was feeling when I came out of it slightly intellectual about it, because the film, you seem to do this on purpose. Actually, it's really interesting. You seem to stray away from any kind of big dramatic conflicts that would let us know this is what these people are thinking, because they play their cards very close to their chest. There's this moment where Angèle is with her son, and her mother-in-law gets up to protest in the playground. We see her get up like she's got a problem with it, but we never see the two adults clash or argue or fight. You just hard cut to Angèle riding away with her son on the bike. That kind of ellipsis was all the way throughout the film, a very interesting approach. Can you talk about that, please?
I'm sure, I can recognize that I'm using the ellipse very often and very strongly. I don't do this on purpose, but now as I see the movie with a little bit more distance, I know that I use the ellipse a lot, and strong ellipse. And I think it's because I take the audience, the person that are watching the movie, for people, clever people. And I think they will make their own movie without me saying, you have to think this, and so watching that movie, it will demand you a little effort, but it means too that I don't take you for dumb people. I take you for people that are clever enough to, understand things without me telling you everything, to make you comfortable. And so I don't try to make you comfortable. I just assume that you're clever.
Do you think the character of Angel is in any way a direct product of, not to get too intellectual about it again, but the current economy? Because we see her having sex with these strangers. At one point I thought, is she exchanges sex for the action man, the knockoff action man at the beginning, but I was thinking, well, does she also exchange for money because she's quite down and out? But then we never actually see cash exchange hands, so I wasn't sure about that.
No, maybe it's a sequence where Angèle has sex with a stranger, but it might they might know each other too, and she gets at the end of it she gets an action man, but maybe she just had sex for what? For pleasure? I mean, this is not prostitution. I mean, this was not the purpose of the sequence. It just meant that it's like this. I mean, there's no value, there's no feeling. Maybe it's, I can see it more with the young generation. It's just having sex for having sex, and they don't put any feeling in it, and they can, separate sex from, feeling, which is quite happening today, maybe.
Well, finally, to end on that point, the backstage sex scene they have when the children are rehearsing for Snow White is a really interesting sequence, because it's the only sequence in the film that doesn't have this unremitting sense of realism. It's a real movie moment. They're having sex backstage while the children are performing on stage. And I was wondering, did you set it there with this fairy tale background to show maybe this is the first time she is feeling pure love? She's not fucking, which is the word she uses often, all the time, but it's pure love, like a fairy tale.
Yeah, I didn't. It's funny because when I wrote it, I didn't say to myself, okay, this is gonna be the moment where. I knew it was the moment where she was gonna. She was discovering, the feeling, the love feeling for the first time. She was experiencing it, but what I try to do is I try to do a movie that starts with quite a realistic atmosphere, and then little by little go to in a fairy tale, because it gets, more and more. It's not related to the ground anymore. I mean, it's going, away from the realism, and that sequence is. It's the moment where we go towards the fairy tale until the end, I think, according to me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I really hope that the reception is just as much a fairy tale for you here in the UK as it was for me watching it, and I hope that audiences really connect with it, and I think they will.
I hope so. Thank you very much for your questions.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Limande. Sol. Ça.
Requin?
Roussette. T'as déjà vu des requins dans cette merde?
Je sais pas.
Remarque, t'as pas tort, ça ressemble. Sauf que la roussette, elle a des taches sur le dos comme un léopard un peu, tu vois. Ça amortit l'essence. Comme la limande. On appelle ça la sole du pauvre. Regarde, la sole, c'est ce qu'on pêche le plus par ici. La limande, elle est plus en forme de losange. La sole, elle est ovale aussi, mais elle est plus allongée. Et la limande, elle est plus claire. Même habitat, même mode de pêche, au tramail et au chalut.
Well, welcome to the Rendezvous with French Cinema, Clotilde.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
I would like to start with talking about your winning for this film, the French Oscar, the Caesar for Best Newcomer. And how was that experience?
Well, it was really joyful to win this Caesar for this film, because I really hold to my heart this film. Really, it's not just one more film, you know. It's really the film. I'm really attached.
And
So it was great to be with Gregory too for this ceremony, and he won the prize also. So the both of us, yes, it was a great recognition.
And when you look back on the role, I mean, it's a very challenging part. Pretty much from minute one all the way through, it's very. She's a difficult character. What was the most difficult challenge in playing Angel?
If I'm honest, I can't say that it was difficult. It's more difficult to play a small part in a big film, you know, and you come one day, you go back to home, and you come back, and it's a great privilege and it's a great present when somebody give you a leading role, a main role, you know. That's fantastic for an actress to be every day on set, because after a while you forget that you have to play, you have to act, you know, you're just in it, and you just feel the moment and live the present, and things happen or not. And on this film, it happened.
What would you describe as Angel's attitude to sex and her body?
She's rather self-destructive. Yes, she's really aggressive sexually. She doesn't pay attention to her body in a way, because it's like as we said, a currency, you know. A currency, you know, it's nothing. So yeah, she needs to she's not self-confident. That's why she gave her body like that. And it's a thing, but she needs trust and love to keep going. And the film is about that. It's about people who struggle, and but without being I don't know, miserabilistic.
That was not miserabilist.
Miserabilist. Yeah, the film is not miserabilist, even if it's rooted in you know, social reality. Really not really cool in a way.
She's quite aggressive looking as well. Because I've seen you in other films, and when I was watching this, I was quite shocked by your appearance. I'm used to you having kind of like you have now, you know, the kind of tousled longer hair. I'm thinking of you in the Christophe Honoré films. You know, you're a lot softer looking.
Yes.
And in this film, it's quite. So did you feel any kind of physical transformation playing this part?
But the main indication from Alix was don't smile, and and yeah, don't be pleasant, don't be cool, don't be kind. It's she's tough, she's rough, and we were looking for on this way of.
I found the scenes when you as Angel are riding the bike. I feel like those scenes are the ones where we really let inside her head. You know, when she is with other people, she's always looking for someone to antagonize, to piss off, to get angry, to be angry with. You know.
Yeah,
and on the bike,
yes.
She is alone with her own thoughts. And even though you don't say anything, there are no words. It's these scenes when you're riding on the bike with your punctured tire that we kind of understand a little bit of what's going on inside. What were the notes that Alix gave you when you were directing these scenes? Because they're long shots,
Yeah, I
just
know.
on your face for a very, very long time.
I know, but after it's the magic also of the editing, you know. We shot many bike scenes every day. At the end of the day, she said, okay, bike. And after the editing, you know, she puts some, and yeah, it's as concrete as that. I mean, I was not thinking about, my psychologically, no, I was just,
Just not smiling and riding your bike, and that was...
in a way, yes. And I was thinking about not falling. The camera was just in front of me, and I was respecting the distance, the good distance between them and me. And you know, sometimes acting is more concrete. And after the viewer, yeah, you have some explanations and you have some, and it's great. It's for that cinema. But we're not gonna explain, and we're not gonna. I don't know. I was not thinking about my. At this moment, I was not thinking. It's better.
This is a film where everybody who sees it, I think they'll come away with very different opinions of the characters. But what would you like people to come away thinking? Ideally, what do you want this film to say to people when they walk out of the cinema?
But the best thing is, for example, at the beginning, nobody believes in this couple. We can't believe that they're gonna be together. And at the end, nobody asks any questions about that. It's just obvious that they are together and they're similar in a way, and they need to hold each other. And I hope that English people gonna think like that also. Like, yeah, you can love people au-delà des apparences. Despite of the appearances, despite of the of their looks or what they look like, I don't know. And it's not about appearance. It's about really, and is about that. The film is about that, about love and about trust.
Well, I really hope that this film, you know, later in your career now, as you move on, I hope more leading roles for you, because you know, Love Songs and The Grocer's Son, it was you know, a big part, but not the lead, and we would love to see more leading parts. Have you had offers for leads because of this film? Because the reception has been very good indeed, and the reviews have been excellent.
Yeah, I hope so.
Awesome.
For the moment, I'm waiting for. I don't know. I have some many projects really different, but yeah, it's people doesn't write a lot of leading female roles. You know, it's true. You're always the wife of the or the fiancé, or
Or we were talking to Christophe earlier today, or the third person in the bed, if you're in a French film, or particularly Christophe Honoré. He likes to get 3 people in bed, you know, never 2.
Yeah, he said that.
He's told me to come to France. He said, you all do it, so, you know, I'm going. That's great. Well,
Okay.
we really look forward to whatever you have next. You obviously have some, you were saying, other projects lined up?
He's gonna release soon. It's called 3 Worlds by Catherine Corsini. It's a new film by Catherine Corsini.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we really look forward to that. Thanks ever so much for talking
Thank you
to
very
us.
much.
And we really, really enjoyed the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
C'est quoi cette histoire de conditionnel? T'as fait quoi? C'est un accident. Il le sait tout ça, Tony? Vous allez lui dire. Je laisse le dire.
Pourquoi tu l'as pas fait avant? C'est pas l'homme qui prend la bête. qui prend l'homme. T'es sûr que tu te maries avec moi?